technology screens. I told you that I'm going to have to figure out new ways to challenge the screen. So we're doing a little bit more, but we usually do with the other screen paints. Now, keep in mind when we do demonstrations against our different products or darker screens, as I said before, there's a way we go about testing these screens out to make sure that their white levels are where they need to be at, so the screen doesn't come up too dark. And anytime you test out a black screen, even with the gray screen, you're supposed to be able to display. Turn my volume down. I don't know why my volume is so loud on this projector. You're supposed to be able to display uh, your on our screen would be the white levels. So if we're designing a black screen, we have to be able to display our white levels. If you're designing a gray screen, you're supposed to display your gray levels. I mean your contrast levels. So to show you that there's a difference between our technology and other black surfaces, when we show off a screen, we have to show it mixed with a black paint. We have to do it with chalk paint. We do it all different fabrics and surfaces and stuff to show you that our white levels are different than an everyday black surface. Because somebody can say, hey, well, guess what? I can just go out and get myself some black vinyl, black paint, black cotton. We got mesh material. We got 100% cotton here. There's something else that's vinyl. We can take this, we can put it up, we can do the exact same thing your product can do. It's just black. All right, so we're going to do that demonstration here today. And like I said, anytime someone's doing a gray screen or a light gray screen, they have to display those contrast levels. If they're not showing you contrast levels in any of the test demonstrations whatsoever, it just clearly shows that the screen, they're faking their demonstrations. You have to be able to show those levels. And we're going to run those tests today too also. So what we're going to do is we're going to put these black surfaces up against this black screen that's showing a white level and show you that the technology can produce a white level higher than any one of these black surfaces we have on the floor. And not only that, we're going to take the same black surfaces, we're going to cover them over another screen. We're going to take his product and we're going to lay it against it and see exactly which one of these black surfaces are going to pull a better contrast level than his product. Those are the tests that should be done. So let's begin by moving the sloughs first, and then we'll start putting the screens up one by one. All right, guys, let's go. I told you I'm going to start showing you tests, things you should be seeing when it comes to screen paint. Not someone in here cutting corners and faking the demonstrations. We're going to show you that when we do this demonstration, we're going to have all these different black surfaces laying up against my screen saying which one's going to produce the higher white level. And then we're going to reverse it. We're going to cover the screen up, I think with a black piece of material. And then we're going to show you gray screen paints, mixes, even including ours, against the surface to show you where the contrast lays. I always like to save these demonstrations for last, and I'll tell you why. Because when we have people who basically fake their demonstrations or fake other people's reviews, and they say, hey, look, this is how dark the product comes up. Well, keep in mind, we test our products. That's how we know that if we lay other objects against our screens, they still maintain a white level while the other objects go dark because they don't produce white levels. Novas were tested the same way. That's why I said that. You're going to have a hard time in court, buddy boy, because watch this. These are things I usually don't show you about the technology, but this is what you're going to see in court. See that technology right there, that black screen? First thing I'm going to take, this is a cotton material black. Oh, you didn't know that, did you? Yeah. See, we do all these tests. Novas are tested the same way. So keep in mind, I told you that I have a lot of things about me that I don't talk about. You didn't know that these screens do this. Yeah, they do. There's a heightened technology we developed to allow the black screen to read white light. An everyday surface can't pick it up because it's an everyday surface. It doesn't have that special coding that's embedded in the screen. Novas had the same technology. The same screen that you went around saying it was so dark you can't see it. Interesting, isn't it? Guess what? Black paint does the same thing because there's no code in black paint to produce white light. Let's try another piece of fabric. So we have over here already displayed on the white level. This is this is a sofa throw, a black sofa throw. It's kind of weird stuff we have to test out when we do demonstrations. So let's get the sofa throw off. And let's try black piece of mesh material. See what happens. Oops, trip on my projector. Why my stand's getting here off? We'll break my neck. So there we are. We got it now changed over to a black mesh material. Black mesh material is not picking up a white light, a white image. See, this is what happens if you go in and said, you know what, I can do, this is why we do this. Because if we're doing a contract with a company and a company is buying this product from us, as I said before, they're going to say, why should we buy from you? We can just get a black piece of material and drape it off and do the same thing. Yeah, you'll pick up your contrast levels, but your white levels are going to suffer horribly. And if your white levels suffer, that means everything's going to come out dark and dirty. So when you were going around doing the demonstrations with the black paint on our products saying they don't show up, you didn't realize that these tests were already done. This is all documented already on the Novas, the what do you call it? The gunmetals, all those have these tests underneath of them. But you didn't know that, did you? Even the 8 has one. As a matter of fact, the 8 has one versus black paint. So this is why I tell people, be careful. Now, not only are we showing you this, but we're explaining to you the individual. We have an individual which we're going to be taking to court. And this individual went out and spread nasty rumors that our products produce an image so dark you can't see it, using black paint to say that this is our product, and he did a review saying this is our product. What the individual didn't know is that the technology we developed had to go through tests like this, where we have to take, and I said it before on camera, multiple layers of black vinyl, black cardboard, black paint, chalk paint, whatever, and we throw this against the screen to see which one of the screens are going to pull out the higher white level. It would be virtually impossible for our technology to come out that dark if we're laying black surfaces against it that are not producing a proper white light. There you go, buddy. You're going to get sued for a lot of money. You messed up really bad. You didn't even know this technology. All our technology does it. I usually don't say anything. And the reason why I don't say anything, because I prefer a person to get a shovel and dig a hole till their head disappears. There are things about this technology that half of you have never even seen can do. And I prefer to leave some things a secret, because we need for certain people to pop up and do dumb things. So we can come out later and go, hey, look at this, check this out. All right, let's go check vinyl. Remember when the Nova, I'll show you the video at the bottom where he basically asked me to take a black piece of vinyl we have right here, turn it around, and show the back side of it next to a Nova. Yeah, of course, a Nova produced a high white level. This screen turned dark because it doesn't have any form of special ability to produce white light. We'll do the same thing here with a Phoenix. So let's take down, this is black mesh, by the way. got black mesh, we got black cotton, that's one of them. Oh wait, we forgot. This right here is fabric. This is the fabric you get for, we used to sell this. This is the fabric we used to sell for basically the blackout cloth for making your own screens and stuff. Let me show you what happens when we lay this against this technology. And like I said, all our technology is tested the same way. So that means, Crow, that every demonstration that you've done on the product, every demonstration you've done where the screen came up so dark you couldn't see it, you're outed as a fake. And not only as a fake, but this particular product yesterday destroyed your screen. I mean, literally destroyed. People talking about it, contact me like, good gracious, you got to be kidding me. It did that to its product? So, yep. White levels came up so high, blended into your screen. Screen pulled a contrast level, your screen washed away. Pulled up color, your screen faded. All right, so let's take the black fabric. This is everyday cotton polyester black fabric. Let's see a distant pull white level. Nope, nothing at all. There you go. It's sad because certain people don't understand the science behind technology. They don't understand the gift that God gives you behind technology. They don't understand that. They think that everybody's stuff reacts the way that they make it. Your UV mix can't pass this test at all, period. Now, what's going to make it even harder is because when we're done this demonstration, we're going to come back in and now we're going to reverse it. We're going to take the same black materials we have here. We're going to lay this across the screen. We're going to take your product and my mix and lay it against it. And we're going to test it for contrast levels. See what I'm doing here? Testing my screen on white levels versus black. I'm going to test your light now versus to show contrast levels. To see how close your product comes to everyday black surfaces. Not our stuff, everyday black surfaces. And see which one pulls a better contrast level. So we already went through, that's a sofa cover, black cotton. That right there is black mesh, and that right there is everyday Photoshop photo. Photo they put for the back for basically for displaying for photos stuff like that. That's what it's it's a polyester and cotton blend. That's how it comes up. All right, let's get to the vinyl screen. This is the screen you asked me to turn around backwards. We'll show you the video. You might want to forward it through it because there's a lot of stuff going on in the video when he made that request. So you might want to forward the video and you'll see it right there. I'll put the at the bottom where you can see where we actually did this against the Black Nova. All right, so now we're going to take the vinyl and put it against our screen. This is black vinyl. This is the back side of a projection screen on our technology, showing off the white levels. There you go. So you see all those materials we did over there? We did cotton, we did a polyester cotton blend, we did black vinyl, we did mesh. All those black surfaces we laid against the screen, none of them were able to produce a white level as high as the technology we're displaying right now. And these are the same test results that we got from Gunmetal, same test results we got from Black Nova, which we did a live demonstration from a request from you, asking us to turn this screen around onto the backside to show it next to the Black Nova because you thought that you could basically do that, say that, hey, look, and it's going to match. No, buddy, we do tests over here. Our products actually do work. Your products don't. So now what's even more interesting that we've already proved that the Black Phoenix and all the other technology we developed, if you lay a black surface against it, our screens produce the highest white level, which means it's virtually impossible for the technology to be as dark as you displayed in your video demonstrations if we tested against several black screens on live. Interesting, isn't it? Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to do a demonstration that you have failed to do, including my mix. We're going to take, like I said, all these screens. We're going to drape them over I got a screen downstairs, drape them over a screen, and we're going to put your products up there, and we're going to test the contrast levels, because that's something you do not display in your demonstrations. You display a lot of color, no contrast demonstrations at all. So let's see how your product reacts to everyday fabrics that are black. This should be interesting. All right. With that being said, as we have already proved, yes, that is your product right there. J&K 4K demonstrations. I told you, buddy, we're building it doesn't, put it this way, Jamie, so you understand this. This is not about you giving us commands when you're going to court. We're building a case on you. You see that demonstration right there? These are the demonstrations they want me to be able to display live. You're going to have to prove that the vicious rumor that you started about my product being so dark that you can't see it, that's what you're going to have to prove. You're talking about this whole copyright thing. Yeah, you're being sued for copyright too. Buddy, you failed to tell, when you did that little thing, you failed to tell that you developed it, you made an Instagram account with our logo, using it multiple times, posing as me, talking to customers as me, and insulting those customers. We have all that information. These are things you left out. These are things you probably didn't tell your fake attorney about. We didn't give you permission to set up an Instagram account with our logos attached to it. And as for that thing about walking into the store, what you didn't explain to your fake attorney, but he doesn't know, is the fact that that label is copyrighted. We never gave you permission to be able to use it on that level. See, that's just where your intelligence levels only go but so high. Anytime you watch a star come on a stage and he's wearing a shirt, maybe doing some curse words in his comedy routine, you see the shirt blurred out, because that means the company had contacted him and say, hey, look, you're going to do this special. We don't want to be affiliated with this show. Maybe you might want to blur that out right there for you. There you go. See, anytime you slander something or do something that may hurt that company's reputation, which you try to do by going and trying to make our product and mass produce it to give it to people for free, and you're flashing our logo, that's causing damage to our company's name, trying to cause damage to our company's name. That's what you don't understand. So I don't know where you got your fake attorney from, but nobody. We gave you the letter, we gave you the warning, you ignored it. We're building a case on you, and like I said, you're the one who started the whole thing about how my product is supposed to be so dark you can't see it. Well, we just showed you a demonstration, and we can show you many more demonstrations, including the court, and you're still going to have to show evidence. That judge is going to ask you, what evidence do you have that Mr. Bird's product is doing what you claimed? And you're going to have to show evidence. And if you don't, well, you're going to get sued for a lot of money. And if you feel the need that you need to take me to court because I'm telling people that your product's black and white paint, well, guess what? I got a video of you making it with black and white paint that you deleted off your account. So, yeah, buddy, you're screwed. No matter how you try to come up with whatever fake lawyers and excuses or whatever, you start, that's like me going out and spreading the rumor that McDonald's food gives you cancer. You know how badly I can be sued for that? If I went out and said something like that and started a campaign and did videos on it, and had people doing fake well, we ate the food and this is what happened, so and so. You know how bad of a lawsuit you can get hit with for that? So that's what you did. Now, it didn't affect my company because my orders still come in. Every time I show my table's filled with orders. I'm always blessed. My orders still continue to come in. Regardless of what you do, my product still sells. But you're going to have to prove that in court. All right, let's move on. So he can get an understanding because I don't know what kind of world he lives in. I really don't. But you can't do that. So, whatever you told your fake attorney or whatever that's all about, yeah, I doubt he's a real attorney. If he was, he would have contacted me. I would have gotten a letter or something from him at all. I've been contacted by attorneys before. As a matter of fact, we went against Screen Innovation. They contacted us, literally. So, no, your attorney's fake. No attorney's going to come on a camera and do a stream. No, that's very unprofessional. They're going to contact you. Either they're going to call you or they're going to send you a letter or an email or something. Not even email at that. Most of them are just basically going to send you a certified letter and they're just going to either call you. That's what they're going to do. So, no, nice try, but you failed. So, we'll be seeing you in court soon. We're building, like I said, all the stuff that you've been doing, we're building on. Just even the COVID nonsense of saying that I call for my packages and I have COVID. Yeah, buddy, man, I really do feel sorry for you. I do. But okay, let's move on. So we already showed and displayed several black surfaces. We showed you the white levels. We're showing you that the screen does not turn dark and whatever. So we have to do those tests. Mind you, have to do all these tests every time we show off a black screen. We have to show you how the screen's going to react. And that's very important because like I said, if I'm doing business with a company, they can come out and say, well, hey, why would I do business with you? I can just go get me a black sheet. I can get black vinyl. Remember, I've made this before, black vinyl and drape it across my stage and I can get the same results. Yeah, you're going to pick up contrast levels. Any black surface is going to pick up a contrast level. But the problem you're going to have is you're not going to be able to pick up a white level. And white levels are very important because that allows you to see these different colors, these bright, beautiful, vivid colors. Everything doesn't come up dark. Everything doesn't come up dirty. Now, this is an interesting thing when I say that this particular individual has groundhog syndrome. You requested me in a video to take that black piece of vinyl over there on the sofa and turn it around and show the black side of it next to a black Nova, which I did on a white scene. In the video, which I'll post below, the black vinyl turned dark, gray, and dirty, where our level maintained the white level. So how is it after we do this live, you are still continuing to do demonstrations saying that our products come up too dark? And you're the one that requested us to do this on camera, and we did. But yet you still come out still doing the same demonstrations as our product comes out too dark. And you're the one that requested us to do so. So he doesn't think when he talks at all, period. No, he does not. And I think, okay, so since already we have done our demonstration showing off our product with the different levels of black surfaces so you can see where the white levels lay. What we're going to do next, and I think you might want to tune in on this one, we're going to do the demonstration that he failed to show you. We're going to take the same black surfaces we have here, one by one. We're going to take those black surfaces, we're going to lay them over top another screen, and we're going to take his mix, my mix, and whatever mixes we made, put them against it and see exactly which one of those pieces of fabrics are going to show the best contrast levels. Because he doesn't show contrast levels in his demonstrations. So since we can do these tests like this, I don't see why he can't do the test. Don't you agree? So only black screens are just supposed to display the white levels and gray screens don't have to do that? No, I think it should be equal. Don't you think so? So we're going to do that today. So how does his paint compare to any one of these fabrics? Mind you, one of them is actually the cover off my sofa. Oh, before we start this, let's put up there next to his product, because we did his products yesterday. We're going to take some white surfaces. So we're going to take the Pro Acoustic 1080p with a 0.9, which has a higher white level than Crow's product. See, the difference between me and him is the fact that, like I said, if he shows you a demonstration, it's rehearsed. You know, lots of colors, bright environment. Yesterday, we went through a really thorough demonstration, did we not? We showed it all. We did color, we did contrast, we did white levels, we did everything. As a matter of fact, you saw me searching for higher white levels just to be able to show you. We did everything, did we not? Then we get up here the next day, we come in and we show you black surfaces, multiple color black shades going against the screen showing the white levels. See, that's how your demonstrations are supposed to be done. When you were scrolling through my website yesterday, which I don't mind, thank you for the advertisement, by the way. You got a chance to check out that big 180-inch screen that was sitting in my backyard? Yeah, you don't have any demonstrations like that. Any video that's displayed on that website, you don't have one video to match any of them. And that one that popped up, I've never seen your screen on 180-inch outside displaying an image at 657. You might want to get started on that one soon. But thank you for the advertisement. That's what a professional site's supposed to look like. And if you go to my marketplace, that's what a category looks like. So take that experience off my site and add that to your eBay account and put up a category list so when your customers come in, they can order what they want instead of emailing you. That way it makes it easier for you and it makes it easier for them. That's how it's supposed to be done. You don't put a list of the items you have when the page that you're working with has the ability to be able to list a category. See, Crow, it's hard to make a screen go dark when it produces a white level high enough that where a white screen sitting in front of it that's actually producing a higher gain than your screen and a higher white level cannot turn it dark. And where these darker screens couldn't produce a white level high enough to be able to match the technology. Like I said, this screen's going to cancel out your product. Your product is considered to be obsolete now. And as you said on your video, you said I could buy your stuff. So I'm going to put in an order for everything that you have. And you will go against this, all your products in one hit. You'll be canceled. No one will buy your stuff when we're done with you. You didn't stay in your own lane. I told you, stay in your own lane. Don't compare your stuff to mine. Your stuff is in no way, in any form whatsoever. You don't match my demonstrations. You don't match my tests. You don't match my products, nothing. You know why I keep coming out with new products? Because my technology constantly evolves, constantly changes, constantly builds, goes to something better, greater. This is why we're on the level right now. The product you have is still the same stuff that you had from day one. As a matter of fact, it's still the same stuff from 8 years ago. That's why I had the same product you have, my mix. Yeah, that fell off. Doesn't change. Why buy your product? I can make it. Got a gallon of it downstairs right now. Let's try a white sheet of paper. Well, a white sheet of paper don't have. Let's just have some fun with a white sheet of paper. White pita paper. Pita paper. Where's your contrast? But yet, J and K, 4K, we can produce, let me see, I'll go over here. I got so many comments through email talking about you gonna obsolete that boy's product. Yeah, I'm gonna obsolete your stuff. I'm gonna actually wipe it out. You thought the Nova was a nightmare. This screen is a real freaking nightmare. So let's see. When the product finally launches, what are you going to do? You're going to mix black paint and do a fake review? Can't do that. Screens has demonstrations on it that show that tested against several forms of black surfaces, and neither one of the surfaces can match the screen's white level. So you can't do that fake demonstration. You're going to put your screen paint against it? No, you're not going to do that because it'll blend into your screen because the white levels are that high. And if a contrast level pops up on the screen, your screen automatically washes out. If red pops up on the screen, your screen automatically washes out. So you can't do that either. So what are you going to do? Your stuff is canceled. Ooh, man. I think next month we're going to start the purchase of buying your stuff. You'll see some orders popping up. I'm going to request everything you have on that list. Everything. We'll cancel them all out in one day. We'll do it when the screen's at 5%. And you can do a review on the product. I'm curious to see what you do. Because that black paint mess ain't going to work anymore. We'll do another one of those demonstrations. Actually, matter of fact, I'm going to do one on Facebook because we have to do another one with the, I'll do putting the black surfaces next to it and watching that screen produce that white level that high. Oh, man, it's beautiful. Now, I got to go on the hunt. I got to go find me some black screens. I've got to track down. How do you get a sample sheet of XY? I've been trying to get a sample sheet of this stuff for the longest time. I just can't see it. Nobody else makes a black screen. Literally, I can't find anybody else that makes a black screen. If you make a black screen product, well, I'll be seeing you soon. Because now I'm going after any black screen to see which one pulls a higher white level next to this technology. And I'm going after any gray screen that say can turn the technology dark. We've already knocked out 11 certifieds already, people, have we not? We did that on 600 by 800 res 720p. Didn't even use 4K or 1080p to do it. We did it on a 720p projector and we knocked out 2 certified ultra short throw surfaces, did we not? Did it on a 190 degree viewing angle just for fun. All the while in a fully lit environment. Projector sitting back 15 feet from the screen. We did a distance throw at 21 feet, more than 21 feet. Was able to produce an image at 21 feet across the room. Still maintain contrast levels, white levels, and colors without the screen washing out or fading. Just have to go outside and play around a little bit. Oh, we have the low lumen test to do today. So right now I'm bringing out an Optima 28, I think it's a 2800 lumen projector. And we're going to bring out the 1000 lumen projector for that one, for low lumens. Because I'm going to have people asking, like, what's the lowest lumens we can use with it, so forth and so forth. So we have to have that display too. So we'll knock that out today, the ultra short throw one, beautifully. Oh, I cannot wait to get the new ultra short throw here because now we're going to be doing it on, so we're doing it on the lower level projectors right now. But I do have plans to invest in some 4K projectors. And like I said, I'm getting that laser 1080p Epson projector in here, which, you know, you'll get a chance to see it on that scale. And then we'll do some side-by-sides. We'll do like a 235.1, which I like to do those screens because I can put 2 projectors up at the same time. We'll do one in 4K. We'll do one in 1080p. We'll do 1080p and 720p. We'll just go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And then we'll buy some cheap eBay projectors, and then we'll put them against expensive projectors and see how the screen reacts. Isn't that going to be fun? That's going to be fun. There we go. And mind you, we do this in a fully lit environment as it should be displayed, and we do it with everything, not just pretty colors flashing across the screen. We got to do it in straight reds and blues and greens. We have to do those because you have to see how red is going to show up here on a 4K, how red is going to show up here on a 1080p. So it's very important to show you those because I really want to test this out. Like I said, this product right here, we're going to spend so much money on how this thing is going to look. I told you, cans are going to look gorgeous. I was up last night researching special cans for these. We have hologram labels going to be designed for this. And like I said, it's not going to have Nova next to it. It's not a Crystal Edge. It's a completely different new company. So everything is going to be done completely differently from what we have with the Crystal Edge technology. Completely different. This is the first one of its kind. Now, maybe, even though I said I hit the glass ceiling on this, and I did, maybe, well, I can't tell you about that yet. Sorry. You gotta wait. What the freak? You gotta wait. All right. Okay, I can tell you one thing. We're gonna have one screen paint. The rest of them are gonna be physical screens. Ha! I said it. There we go. This is the one screen paint. I couldn't tell you what the physical screens are. I couldn't tell you how they're designed, how they're built, how they're going to be made. You can't know anything about that yet. Oh, let's grab this one right here. Boom, 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 boom. This is just giving him a recap so he can understand Crow 1176 that you just watch the screen, like I said, produce higher white levels than those. Everything I pulled out of that. We did cotton, we did polyester, we did mesh, we did vinyl, we just threw everything against the screen. And the screen still maintained at a very high, extremely high white level. And now we're taking your product, including a white screen. Well, your screen did just drop off. To see if your product can basically turn the screen black. So, see if it can turn the screen black compared to the screens that were just up there who couldn't produce a white level high enough to match the screen. 4K Snow screensavers. See, talked all that trash on camera, and you can't back anything up he's talking about. Nothing. When I just come on here and just whoop, that fast, wipe your product that quick. Come up here and show demonstrations against the black surfaces against my screen and show the difference between a black surface and the white levels on my technology. Everything you talk about is just talk. I can come here and back it up. But what I'm really interested now, we already passed this mile, so we're done with this. What I'm really interested in, I want to see how your great products match up against everyday materials when it comes to contrast levels. Because if you're claiming your product to be able to push equal contrast levels equal to our screens, it should be easy to be able to push a contrast level equal to any one of those surfaces over there, wouldn't you think? So let's see what happens. So we'll be back in. I'm going to go get me a bowl of cereal and sit down and join my morning prayer. And then we're going to come back in and we're going to see what happens. We're going to see if this product that he makes, he claims, including my mix, which we don't claim, can pull these amazing contrast levels. And we're going to do this in a fully lit environment. Waiting for Mr. Sun to pop up so we can get some more light in the environment. And let's see if, when he's doing these demonstrations, trying to show off his contrast levels in a dark environment with nothing behind the back of the screen at all. You're just doing a standalone. It's easy to do a standalone when you're trying to do a contrast level in a dark environment. But how come you don't put a black piece of material behind the back of your screen? And how come you don't show your contrast levels versus the black piece of material? You don't do that. You show bright colors because you know bright colors are going to come up better on your screen than it's going to come up on the black surface. That's what you do. Especially when you mix stuff in it that's not supposed to be in there. Isn't that something to think about, isn't it? All right, well, I'm gonna let you guys think about that. I'm gonna go get myself a bowl of cereal, enjoy a few cartoons. I'll be back on in a few minutes, and we're gonna be doing these demonstrations against those black surfaces over there, against my mix and his products, and we'll see if there's a difference and if his screen is pulling that contrast level he claims it pulls. We're not even going to use our product. We're just going to use everyday stuff that you can find around the house or you can buy on Amazon. All right, gotta go. Thank you all, and God bless.